In today's video, I'm excited to share a big update. I've moved to a bigger space. This means I finally have a proper room to set up my LEGO hobby studio. A quick apology for the video quality. Since I haven't unpacked my filming gear yet, I'm recording this quick tour with my iPhone. Some of you might remember my previous setup. I shared a video on how I managed to run my LEGO hobby from a small balcony space using two IKEA Billy bookcases and lots of plastic drawers. It was tight, but it worked. If you want to see how I pulled that off, I'll leave a link to that video in the description below. But now, this is the new space. It's a full room, almost double the size of the old balcony. And it came with this huge built-in wooden bookshelf. At first, I was really excited, all that shelf space. But after measuring everything, I realized it wasn't going to work efficiently with my existing storage system. As you can see here, each compartment leaves a lot of empty space above and beside my containers. So, I decided to bring over my trusty Billy bookcases and stick with a setup similar to what I had before. I'm still in the middle of setting everything up and figuring out the best way to maximize the space. But here's what I've come up with so far. Let me give you a quick tour. On this side, I've placed both Billy bookcases, but this time I had to split them up. Why? First, they were blocking the power outlets on the wall. And second, separating them lets me position my table in the center without blocking access to the drawers on them. You'll also notice the aircon unit on the left forced me to remove the height extension from this bookcase, bringing it down to the standard 202 centimeters. The one on the right still has one extension layer, down from 2 before. Because the bookcases are shorter now, I ended up with some extra loose drawers. I've stacked them here on the left side and in the middle of this rack. Speaking of drawers, check out this tall plastic chest on the left. I bought this a while back, but it never fit in the old balcony. Now it finally has a home. The drawers are deeper, which is perfect for storing larger LEGO parts. I'm really happy to put this to use. I also want to share a moving tip that saved me a lot of stress. Before packing, I wrapped each individual parts drawer in plastic bags before boxing them up. I was so worried that during the move, the drawers might come open and mix thousands of tiny pieces. It was a lot of work, but trust me, it's nothing compared to the nightmare of resorting everything. In the middle, I added this simple, cheap rack. It's the same width and depth as the Billy bookcase, but since it's open-backed, I can still access the power outlet. The adjustable shelves are great. I've set this one to fit a block of drawers perfectly. One of my main goals with this move was to improve how I organize my LEGO inventory. I'm making sure all my frequently used parts drawers are within easy reach. No stools needed. The higher or less accessible spots, like the top of the bookcases and this middle section, will be for long-term storage, like my castle armies, which I don't need often. Let's move to the other side of the room. The built-in shelf is L-shaped, and this section has compartments that fit my storage boxes much better. Each row can fit 4 boxes side by side, and the bottom shelf is taller, so I can stack 3 high. The other shelves only fit 2. Again, I'll keep MOC parts within easy reach and use the upper layers for storage. Just to give you an idea, each compartment can fit 6 of my standard plastic boxes. But as you can see, There's still some wasted space on the sides and top. It's not a perfect fit, but I'm sticking with these boxes. Consistency helps. This corner shelf is a bit of an odd shape, so for now, I'm using it for my outsized boxes, like some of my Disney collection. It's all about using every bit of space. All the top shelves will be for storage, which is quite a lot. The shelves within arm's reach will be for parts or displaying build sets. I'm a bit concerned about dust on open displays, and the height might be too low for some of my bigger sets. I'll test it out and let you know how it goes in future videos. This table is where the magic will happen. It's my new building station and filming space. It's actually a dining table, nice and large. I'll probably sit here facing the bookcases full of parts, which has been the background for most of my videos. But as you can see, with my laptop and monitor in the way, it looks a bit cluttered. So I'm experimenting with other angles. Maybe facing the curtain for a cleaner look, or the opposite way with the wooden shelf as a backdrop, though the door is a bit of an eyesore. Another option is this direction, with sets displayed behind me, though this shelf has my son's books on it. Yes, I should mention, this room will also be a study space for my son. I place his books on this shelf because it's closest to the window and gets direct sunlight. I didn't want my Lego here and risk them turning yellow over time. And if you remember my old setup, I had a large display cabinet for my modular buildings and the whole street scene. I couldn't bring that cabinet with me, so I made the tough decision to partly dismantle and carefully pack all my modular buildings away for now. They're safe in storage, and I'm really looking forward to planning a brand new display for them here. I'll definitely share the whole process of rebuilding and setting up the new street in a future video. And this is my workstation. Well, this is just the initial setup. I love to hear your suggestions on how I can improve the space. Please share your ideas in the comments. Thanks for tuning in and sharing this exciting update with me. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to follow along for more as my Lego hobby journey continues in this new space. See you in the next one.